everyone, so this is my review of Magnum P.I. Season 1, Episode 7, called The Cat Who Cried Wolf. And essentially what this episode is about is that while Magnum's looking into this case of this little girl's missing cat, he happens to stumble upon another cat owner's murder. And this cat owner also happens to be an FBI agent. And this was a really interesting episode that definitely had a good sort of flow to it from start to finish of how all the different events are fit together and when they chose to reveal certain things, and just it all flowed really well is the best way I can put it. And everything with Magnum looking into this first missing cat was interesting and just a fun little story in itself, and I definitely enjoyed how all those events played out where Magnum's trying to help this little girl and look into the case and stuff, but him not really thinking that he could do it, and that he was trying to figure out this whole episode sort of how he was going to plan on letting this little girl down. And then as he sort of starts that conversation at one point to sort of help to influence her and stuff was interesting with how that all played out and how his one little action ended up being the thing to bring the cat back home. And that was really fun, and I especially did love his little joke by the end of this episode where this little girl happens to be one of the few people he's worked with that actually has paid him back for his work. And that was just a fun little joke there. Then everything with this other cat that eventually led to the murder scene and stuff was interesting, with this cat looking almost identical to the cat that Magnum was originally looking for. Except for the fact that this cat isn't the right cat and this cat happens to have blood on it. And I did really love the little joke that was throughout this episode where Magnum happens to be the only person that doesn't know that animals could have chips in them that could identify their owners and their place of residence and stuff like that. And how all that played out with Magnum creating his own sort of tracking device to follow the cat and stuff was interesting. Then everything with the actual murder was great, with Magnum first stumbling upon the murder and stuff and him sort of figuring out all the clues and evidence around that, where it eventually was revealed that this murder victim was a FBI agent, and this FBI agent was protecting this one guy, and there was another agent that had gone rogue, and how all that played out and how it was all revealed and stuff was interesting, especially with how Detective Kasimoto sort of played into there and how he sort of helped to be the person to sort of fit the pieces between the two FBI agents, the dead one and the one that went rogue. And then the whole sort of finalish scenes where Magnum and this rogue FBI agent get into a fight out at sea, and then everyone else is sort of looking to try and find them before either of them die at sea, essentially. It was interesting with how all those different events played out and stuff, and like how and where they eventually found the two of them, and Magnum's whole action throughout all of that sort of scenes at sea was all interesting, and really I enjoyed seeing how all that played out. Then just overall this was a really interesting and entertaining episode that definitely had a lot of really good moments to it, and it was just so much fun to watch and see how everything played out. And just, yeah, so that's my review of Magnum P.I. Season 1, Episode 7, called The Cat Who Cried Wolf. So, yeah,